Hey, welcome to the Closing Beat, everybody. Happy Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. That's right. Slow week out there, man. Real what? What are you looking at? I'm getting the eyeballs over here. You just stick with Threads, right? We're killing it on Threads. So if you don't know Threads, we'll talk about it in a minute. But Meta, the Threads came out. That's the Twitter stealer or whatever it is there. And Cody's been like, what, trolling people all day?
Mostly trolling, yeah. And then we had some followers that have been following us for a while follow us on Threads, and I felt like, oh, maybe I should represent the brand a little bit better. But I'm having a great time.
Yeah, just get out there and just start picking, man.
Yeah, blocked by National Geographic.
National Geographic block. What'd you say to National Geographic?
They wanted to know where we wanted to explore since we were exploring the new app. I said, I just got a new mattress. It's gonna be tough to top that. They didn't seem to like that, and some Disney person blocked me.
Oh.
Finance people don't love us, but that's okay. We're having a great time.
Oh, I'm gonna hit that tonight. I'm gonna be all over it.
Yep.
Well, anyways, you got Threads, new social media. Like, we need another one out there to play with, but maybe that's where everybody's at today, because the market started really weak, and that's pretty much what you got. It's just a weak day there. I will say that the first 3 days of the new half have been nothing like the first half of the year. The first 2 days were kind of fine, but it's like when your girlfriend moves in with you, the first couple days are fine, then boom, out of nowhere, she's changing the pictures and like making you eat stuff and changing your milk to the skim stuff. And oh man, that's exactly what the market did. It was like, hey, we're fine, everything's good. Second half of the year, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna ease into this, it'll be a great relationship, and then boom, just fell apart there. And you can't blame it on the economic news, because we had jobs numbers come out that were and the jobless claims numbers, or continuing claims numbers that came out that were even better than expected. So you can't say it's anything economically that drove today. In fact, if we go over here, this is direct from ADP. So they put out a number that comes out before the Friday payroll numbers, which that'll be tomorrow. And they said, hey, we added 497,000 jobs in June. Well, it's green, so it must be good, right? I mean, we're all happy about that. Their expectations were 245,000. So you go, where's all the jobs? What's going on? You can actually scroll through this. So small businesses basically had the biggest chunk of it. But look at this. Small business and still small businesses. Let's go down here. Where's all the jobs added? Leisure and hospitality, 232 extra thousand jobs. Just, perfectly to the number there. Leisure, hospitality, what is that? It's either A, seasonal, because it's summertime and those people came into work and supply everything, but who cares if it is or not? You guys are out there spending money so much at hotels, restaurants, the beach bar and stuff like that, that we needed that many more people to go support that. So you can't blame today on you. It's not your fault, right? Because you're out there spending the money like it's water. That is incredible in my head. I mean, like, at some point you gotta dial it back, quit spending the money. It's incredible. And yet tomorrow, aren't we going to have a little office day somewhere? So that's not walking the walk, I guess, there. But nonetheless, that's what's going on there. Now, here's what's interesting. You can look this up on our research site if you'd like. It's up and running, our sectors page. Awesome. We got all the cool tools back there. All proceeds go to support Drum Corps International, which we will be supporting this Saturday, actually. If you're going to be in Lexington, South Carolina, we will be there briefly, but we'll be there. We're going to hang out in Columbia afterwards, right? Yay, Cody knows Columbia, right?
I know Columbia.
You know Columbia. Do you know the hotel that's like in an industrial area by the railroad tracks that they made look like hangars?
No, I didn't see that when I was
Never made your way there, did you?
No.
That's where we're staying. Well, I just told everybody, so there you go. I mean, it just looked like a cool place. We're like, okay, we'll just hang out there. But no, seriously, all proceeds do go to support them. My favorite thing to sort of support, and this is the time of year where they're out there. But anyways, if you look at the S&P, our 1 year rolling return, so if you're in the research site, you would literally just go rolling returns, S&P or SPY, whatever you want to use there. Maybe I did 35 years to look back. The 1 year rolling return is 10.72%. So in other words, just pick any spot you want, go forward 1 year, then pick another spot, go forward 1 year, and do that through some amount of time, 35 years in this case. And you find that if at any point over the 35 years, the average return over a randomly picked 1 year window, no matter what the day is 10.72%. As of yesterday, we were at 19.6%, meaning 1 year, right? Just a full 1 year window there. That's incredibly high. Right? So to see the market actually start to take a break here, we can assign numerous things that say, well, that's extended, tech is too extended, consumer discretionary, some of these stocks are just out of control here. Yields actually falling apart. We'll take a look at that in a second. Our bond prices are falling apart. And so kind of spooky that what we do. Just yesterday, I shared this with you. 1950 is the second most correlated year to the market right now. The red is the market as of yesterday. The blue is what happened in 1950. If we look at a correlation matrix of all the years, we can see that this is the second most correlated. So it's either going to be this, the first most correlated, which already it's fallen apart, that's 1989, or it's going to be this, 1950, the second. It's like a coin flip at that point. It's just fun to look at, so I'm not trying to say anything's happening there. I did mention bonds. Let's take a look over here. And I'm going to go to the short term. So we're looking at the short-term rates here. This is actually the 10-year that I'm looking at right now. We are off to the friggin' races. As prices go down, yields go up. If you look at the 2-year, it is over 5%, briefly hitting a new record, 5.066%. And basically, you know, if you're under the age of 33, you've actually never seen this before. This is brand spanking new. So all of our younger clients are asking these questions like, what do I do about these rates? Do I move? Do I take on the debt? How do I handle it? Do I buy down the interest rate? All these things that have never affected somebody that's under 33, all of a sudden is now part of the picture there. The 1 year, by the way, you want to buy a 1 year treasury today? You're looking at 5.45%. Unbelievable. If you think of a whole decade that went by where the number 5 almost didn't exist unless it was 0.005, that's incredible. So nonetheless, that's what's driving things here today. You have higher rates literally off to the races there. That's going to affect the areas that rates tend to affect. I will point out energy. I used oil today. There you go. So oil just slightly higher there. Energy stocks as a whole, the worst performing sector overall. If you're looking at utilities, finally starting to see a little crack there from rates just spiking. It held it off for a little bit, but couldn't quite get it done there. And interestingly, real estate, which is sort of cheating because now it's kind of comprised of the tech REITs or the cell phone REITs. Those are your best performers there. In fact, on Monday, we'll go through our new sectors page in the research site there and actually show how do we tell that when you look at real estate, you think rates should be hurting it. Well, not if the real estate sector is made up of things that are not as affected by rates because they're not really, you know, single family homes. They're not apartments really anymore. They're in there, but not so much. All right, if we look around just real quick here, naturally the NASDAQ is going to be the worst performer here today in terms of points. Well, besides the Dow, I guess you could point out the Dow. There's not much to say here. Lower volume and back into a sideways range, so it's really tough to kind of figure out what's going on. So we'll talk about some stocks in the news. Genius Sports. And let's see, Dakota, do you know much about Genius Sports? It actually is genius what they do.
I had to look into them a little bit. The main thing that sticks out to me is they're the ones that have found the NFL players that have been gambling.
Well, that's
the main reason I know them. I don't know much.
Big Brother in the sports world. I mean, you know, you ever see where like they'll say the what are the stats of this actually happening? Sometimes it's Amazon. They use Amazon Web Services, but that's your dudes right there.
Yeah.
Like, and the real time plays, like in real time, they could say that was a pass 14 yards or whatever it is. Incredible that they can monitor that.
I saw they did something with Caesars during last football season, which was the watch and bet, where they have all the live in-game props and stuff.
Yep.
That's fun. I think that's a fun part of gambling.
I thought that was cool. Well, they're in the news today, and actually, you know, the stock is obviously much higher there because they have a deal with the NFL, and they basically just agreed to extend that deal. So really crazy there. I just think the graphics are kind of cool. Like if you have a sports broadcast, you can overlay their graphics, and in real time, it'll be like, you know, 23, you got the ball, pass it to 10 or whatever. Incredible.
Nailed it.
Who's doing that?
Nailed it, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. They don't make any money, right? So it's not a profitable company. When your profit margin is negative 40%, you need these deals. You know, you need the ability to sell stock to continue to go there. So heads up before you fall for all that excitement today. JetBlue, this is not necessarily new news, but JetBlue says, forget it. We're not going to continue our Northeast Alliance program. You know, when you're on the airplane and they say, and thanks to our Northeast Alliance partners, we'd like to welcome you on board today, or blah, blah, blah. They've decided, well, that's going to be someone that wants to meet up. That's Mama Jazz. Like, she don't know what's going on. They said, well, we were previously partnered with American and some others on that. JetBlue wants to continue with the purchase of Spirit. And they're like, yeah, American, you're out. We're going to stop dealing with this. We don't even want to fight it because the justice system had problems with it. And so be it. Meta's inaugural day of launching the Twitter lookalike. And Cody, you said I haven't tried it yet. You said it's not as good.
No, it's awful. I mean, it's really not a good app at the moment.
But it's Twitter, right? It's essentially Twitter.
It's Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter, but worse. But I'm enjoying it.
Can you access it inside of Facebook or no? It's a standalone thing.
I think you can get there from Instagram, but it's its own app, and yeah, it's not great. It's really not good. But
that sounds like something I would like to use.
Yeah, no, we're certainly creating a lot of chaos out there. You know, if you want to jump in and create some chaos,
I want to do it. Yeah, let's just start off. So just a heads up, if you're following on Threads, we're just gonna go for it, right?
I say that, but as soon as people stop using it, we will probably be the first people to stop using it. But for now, yes, as long as people keep using it, I'm gonna keep using it.
Throw it out there, yeah. Like let's tell some of our jokes on there. You know what I mean?
Okay, maybe we don't have to go that far.
No,
it's a positive space. It's a positive space.
Oh, you're not being mean.
I'm being mean, but
okay.
It's positive.
Can we preface each post by saying Cody and then you say what you need to say?
That's what we should end it with. Yeah. Dash,
okay.
Cody dash Dustin.
Oh God. Then don't tell Eric. He'll be dad jokes thing all day.
Oh, he doesn't.
Anyways, maybe we'll see you on Threads. I don't know. I'm going to experiment with it tonight and I'll try not to be too mean, but we'll see. Because sometimes you guys are, you know. The world needs that. You think so? All right. What about when it causes me to lose sleep? Because I'm like, oh. I like going back at people. That's true. Okay, so we're going to do that. Sweet Green. This is all algorithmic trading in here, by the way. You can see the moment that it happened. If you're not familiar with Sweet Green, you probably are today because of the performance. They Bank of America upgraded them, and they have this long thing. Basically, they just say why and what we think their profits are going to be, which they're not going to be, but what their growth is going to be and all this stuff. And the main thing that the algorithms picked up on, Chipotle. They said this is now a competitor with Chipotle, or they're making their way towards being a real competitor with Chipotle, using a lot of automations and things like that. So that was one of them. And they also happened to point out that they've been tracking foot traffic, and that has obviously increased with people getting back out there and doing that stuff. So if you have a Sweet Green near you, chances are Bank of America says that you have maybe been there or something. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of a slow week, so I thought I would just go through a couple different things here. Hopefully you learned something from us this week. That is our goal. We're financial advisors here at Jazz Wealth. Hope you check us out there. And if you're going to be in Lexington, what's the high school name? If you're still here, we're going to be at a high school. No, South Carolina. It will be Lexington, South Carolina, and if you want to say hi, River Bluff High School, Lexington, South Carolina. It's off to the sort of northwest of Columbia there in Lexington. That's where we'll be hanging out, leaving Saturday. And if you can't make it there, it's totally cool. We got the Jazz Wealth summer tour coming where we're going to go all around the Gulf Coast there and see everybody. Have some get-togethers, set up shop somewhere and just hang out, get to know us a little bit, and we'll keep you posted on the dates starting next week. Everybody else, have a great rest of your week, and thanks for watching. Adios.